you want to change what people are talking about, which is how you make a difference, one of the best ways to do that was change what the media was talking about. So that's why we went into PR.
You are a wealthy person and you made it yourself.
Yes.
So how were you able to actually achieve that?
I would spend the same amount of money now that I spent when I was in my 20s, making 5% of what I make now. Now, I'm married, and so my husband has a different relationship to money. So we have really nice things, but none of those things really give me satisfaction. Like it's great. It gives him satisfaction, which is awesome. And I love that. But for me, I've just never been really wrapped up into that.
So what kept you, like, if I may ask, what was your intention for creating the PR company? Was it money, or was it like...
No, it was to get up under those people that were committed to making a difference and help them getting their message out into the world. And we saw that if you want to change what people are talking about, which is how you make a difference, one of the best ways to do that was change what the media was talking about. So that's why we went into PR, was really, we saw that that was the best access to help people really, truly make a difference. Because the only way you change it is change the conversation. That's it. And the media is such an important piece of that. Although it's changing right now, the truth is that it's influencers and media and influencers are completely different. So we're in an interesting world now in navigating that, because we have to play both the influencer game and the media game. But it's different. And I'm a dinosaur. And I don't know how influencers think. And I don't really have an interest in that. That's why we hired someone younger in their 30s to navigate the next phase of our company, which is that blend. So this is going to sound a little weird, but we're going to go here.
We like weird.
So I believe that Wasabi is an entity that we created and has a life, and we're in partnership and in dance with that life.
Yes! This is getting cool.
So it's not me. I don't feel like I did that, like a personality. It feels like Wasabi wanted to be birthed. We birthed Wasabi, and then we kept listening for what wanted to be created, not what we want to do to make a difference, but what wanted to be created in the world. I'm a big believer in actually listening. You know, like when we were here, you guys began to listen for what would make a difference for me and my company, right? And that's where something happens called great. And that's where I find people are the most effective, when they're listening for and looking around what wants to happen, not even that they have to cause it or do it, but what wants to happen, often through them. And then they're just kind of a conduit for them, but then they take it on personally. Like, I don't take my success personally, like I did that. Like me, I feel blessed, but mostly it's just because I kept listening for what wanted to be created. And this is the life that life wanted for me. So I don't, about the money and all of that, I don't even think it's kind of like mine, because it's not. The money, none of it, that's mine.
So are you saying you're channeling here?
I'm not saying that I'm channeling. I think it's more about that I'm actually listening. Maybe you could say that. I guess you could kind of put it in that framework of channeling. I'm not that woo-woo scene. I mean, I'm woo-woo, but come on, I've got my boundaries here. I don't think I want to go in the channeling realm. I kind of like the listening realm. But yeah, I listen for like what wants to happen. Like Wasabi, Michelle's the one, my business partner was the one who had the PR background. And when she told me what PR was, I was like, this is really cool. So then I was like, this fulfills what I was curious about, is how do you shift the conversation on a country level or a global level? And that's when she started to talk about PR. And I was like, this is cool, because I had no idea what PR was 22 years ago. I had some idea about marketing, but PR, no.
What is it, and can you like give a basic explanation of what it is, and also why it resonates with you a lot?
So PR for me, so what we do is we do media relations. So clients hire us to go out and enroll the media to do a story on them. So we're squarely in marketing. There's earned, owned, and paid. Paid is advertising, right? No matter Google ads, Facebook ads, whatever, ads in a magazine. Then there is your own, which is your owned assets, which is your blog, your website, your podcast. You have complete control over that. So you have control over advertising, you have control over your own assets, so to speak. And then there's PR, and that is earned. And that is where people cover you, talk about you by virtue of what you're doing and what you're up to. And that's squarely where we are. So our clients are committed to doing good. So we'll pitch the media and say, hey, you should cover our client. They're doing really cool things. So they'll interview them about, their book or their philosophies or their courses or anything. So that's what we do in the paid. And they all have their place in marketing. Paid is really great for driving leads. Owned is all about closing the deal, and earned is all about creating awareness for something. And they all have their place. And if you're looking to fulfill something, it's good to know which of the levers you want to be dialing in to actually fulfill what you're committed to fulfilling. Did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is it about that you love?
So what I loved about that, I've always loved conversations, and conversations that make a difference. I don't like just chit chat for chit chat's sake. Conversations that truly make a difference. And so that's, Michelle says the stories you consume you. So we wanted to actually impact the narrative out there that was really grooming people and affecting people. And it's really spun out of control because a lot of people are just listening to the narrative. Now in the United States, it's particularly polarized. We have two. You've got Fox News on one side, you got CNN in the other, and basically it depends on what camp. The problem with that is that they aren't thinking. They're just buying into the stories that they're fed. So what we're really looking to is introduce the conversation called, hey, why don't you question? Why don't you think about this? How does it feel for you? Does it really work for you to be vegan anymore? Like what you said is a great example. Ongoingly question, does it work? Because for a lot of vegans, they're so dogmatic. Like, you eat meat, you're evil, and you're going to hell, basically, right?
Yep.
And so they just sing that tune, never ever stopping to, wait, is that true? And does that fit for me? And does it fit for the world? So that's why it's just what I got so excited about it, because it's a way to have conversations that impact the world.